I don't know about you, but that looked like money.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. I hope you all had a great weekend. By the time you're watching this, it should be Monday. I'm recording this on Sunday. Went to the local card show yesterday, and while it was kind of a bummer of a show, it ended up working out for me pretty well, I think. We'll get into that in a minute. But it's been a while since I showed some recent pickups, so we're going to jump into that right now. So, recent pickup number one is this gorgeous 1948 Leaf Steve Van Buren in an SGC 2. Just a really gorgeous card. If you don't know anything much about 48 Leaf, there's a lot of color variations, and Van Buren has a lot of those. This one's the green socks and green jersey. There's also yellow and some other variations that some people care about and some people don't. SGC doesn't seem to distinguish between the variations, so it is what it is, but this one is the green, and it's Van Buren's rookie card and is the rookie card associated with him in the PSA registry, so that's the one I went after. Next up, I've been looking for this one for a while. This is a 61 Topps Don Maynard rookie card. He's actually got two rookie cards in 1961. He also has a Fleer, which I already had. I had trouble finding this one well centered and at a good price, and this one came up 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I was able to snag it at auction at what I thought was a pretty fair price. It's really well centered. This is a tough one to find centered. And it's a Don Maynard rookie. He's one of my favorite guys to collect. I think he's pretty underrated when it comes to all-time great wide receivers, but you know, there's a common theme for that. There's a lot of underrated, overlooked players in NFL history, and I think he's one of them. Next up, we have a 64 Topps Len Dawson. Now this is a sneaky tough card. It's a short print, and there just aren't a whole lot of them out there, and they can be kind of expensive. This is his first Topps card and his second card. Again, really well centered copy here. Happy to get it in an SGC 6. It still ran me over $100, but you know, it's a Len Dawson, an early Len Dawson, like I said, his second card, and the 64 Topps set's just, to me, one of my favorites of the decade. And yeah, I can finally stop hunting this one. It's been a while, and glad to finally have it. Speaking of one that took me a while to find, is this 48 Leaf Bill Dudley. It's not that this card is hard to find for sale, because it's really not, but 48 Leaf is so condition sensitive, you know, with centering issues. The paper is trash. Registration is often trash. Found this one. I think this one was at auction in a 5, and ended up getting it. I think it was a couple weeks before the National, which might explain why I got it at the price I did. Happy to cross this one off the list for the rookie card set. Gorgeous card. Look at the color on that. The centering is off, but I'll take it. The rest of it looks beautiful. There's the back. Sorry, I haven't been showing the backs of these. Last up is this beautiful 1950 Bowman Bobby Lane. I showed this briefly on the live stream on Friday. I just got this last week in an auction again. This card is sneaky difficult to find because of centering and also registration. This one's got both. It's really, really gorgeous. Again, an early Playing Days Bobby Lane card. His rookie being 1948 Leaf. I consider this his second card, even though he has a 49 Leaf, but it's the same damn card, just a different back. So I don't really chase those. Again, a really well-centered 50 Bowman Bobby Lane is tough to track down, and super thrilled to have this one. Registration's great, and yeah, couldn't be happier with it. As I mentioned earlier, I went to the local card show this weekend, and while some of the dealers I usually deal with weren't there, I think it's because there was another show in the Tampa area, or I'm sorry, the Space Coast area on the east coast of the state. I think that's where they were at. But there were still a couple of vintage dealers there, one in particular that I deal with quite often. And he had some new inventory since the last time I went. And I ended up making a trade for a couple of very key vintage football rookie cards. First, I want to show you right here what it is I had to give up. So here are the three cards that I had to give up in trade. I also had to add a little bit of cash to this deal to make it happen. One card I really had a tough time parting with, and we'll get to that one in a minute. But the Len Dawson and the Jim Brown, I really didn't have much heartache in giving up in this trade. The Len Dawson's a beautiful, near mint plus 7.5, but it's a fifth-year Len Dawson, and as gorgeous as it is, I'm not putting a Len Dawson complete run together, and I really had no need for it anymore. Again, a gorgeous card. He's a great all-time player. But that one was part of the deal, as was the 61 Topps Jim Brown. Again, I'm a fan of this card, but I got this at a really good price a few weeks ago, and I'm not a big fan of the print imperfections in the upper left on the blue. The only reason I bought it is because the price was so cheap. So I was able to use that to my advantage. The card I hated giving up is the one on the left. It's the Diamond Stars Lefty Grove. It's card number 1 in the set. It's not the easiest card to find, but I'll show you in a minute the reason why I was willing to give it up. Let's just say that this isn't a rookie card. It's a great looking card. I'm a huge fan of Diamond Stars, reminiscent of the Schickel set for many reasons, but very similar design, and I just love the artwork and the colors and all that. And Lefty Grove is probably my favorite pre-war pitcher of all time, if not favorite pitcher of all time. I consider him the greatest pitcher of all time. There's stats that do back that up, but that's an argument. That's one of those arguments that you just don't even get into because nobody will agree with you. But anyway, this one was tough for me to give up, but let me explain why I did. And maybe this will make sense to some of you, maybe it won't, but I love the card, but I wasn't in love with the card because the centering was off quite a bit on this one. And what you can't really see is that there, underneath the Red Sox on his jersey, there's like a blotch of something on there that once I saw it, I couldn't unsee it. It was just one of those things. It's a great card. It's to me one of the nicest Lefty Grove cards out there, but it's not a rookie. And I've got two others that I'm really happy to own. And I'm going to show you those right now. And because I have these two cards, I was willing to give this one up. So first up is this 67 Venny of Lefty Grove that I just picked up a few months ago. No, it's not a playing days card, but I love the 67 Vennies, the Retirados. I just love these, and there aren't many Lefty Groves out there, and I just love this card. It's a 1.5, which low grades on these cards are common, but for a 1.5, that's stunning. Yeah, it's got a stain above his name on the border, but for a 1.5, this has got a very clean back. Oftentimes these Vennies have a lot of paper loss on the back, This doesn't have any paper loss on the back. It's a very, very beautiful 1.5. I love having it. I like this a lot more than that Diamond Stars. This is one of those I probably won't part with unless I really, really need to. But I just love this card. I only own 2 Lefty Grove cards. This is one of them. And then the other one I have is the 33 DeLong. Most people consider, the rookie card to be the Gowdy, the 33 Gowdy, even though he's got items prior to 33. I know he's got a cash in, he's got some other things. The Gowdy's kind of the one everybody goes after, but I just love the DeLong set. Again, it's kind of got that Art Deco style to it. Let me turn it sideways. And these are cards that don't pop very often for sale either. Very tough one to track down. Mine is graded a 1.5. Again, if you've watched my channel for any length of time, you know that I really don't give a crap about the number. This is stunning for a 1.5. Let me bring it in a little closer. Look at the color on this. Again, most people consider the 33 Gowdy to be Lefty Grove's rookie card. With pre-war, arguments could be made for other things. It's just the Gowdy kind of sticks, probably because it's the probably the most important set of the time, and it's the most popular by far. But this DeLong set, don't overlook that. It's gorgeous. So yeah, me having those 2 Lefty Grove cards on top of the Diamond Stars, it made me willing to part with it because I wasn't in love with that Diamond Stars card at all. So yeah, these are the 3 items I traded away. I had to add some cash to the deal, and we'll get into that in a minute. But let me show you what I picked up. All right, first off, I got this really nice 66 Philadelphia Dick Butkus rookie card. Now, it does have the tilt to it. I had been hunting forever and ever and ever to find one that didn't have the diamond cut to it. Almost impossible to find those, even on higher grades. This one he had it marked pretty high. But we were able to work out a deal with the other card I got and some cash. But this one, again, it's got the diamond cut to it, but it's not as bad as some. And the back is really, really clean. I know we don't look at the backs of cards much, but the back of this is pretty clean. And I'd been hunting for a Butkus. I wasn't hunting for a card in this high of a grade because they get pricey. But I got this, I think, in a good deal. Yeah, I'm happy to have it. It checks off a pretty big box for me for 60s rookie cards that I didn't have. And the clarity on this is good. The color's really good. Perfect registration. And yeah, it's a pretty monster card. One of the key cards of the 60s. And then with that Butkus, I picked up another one of these. This is the card that he had that I first noticed. It's an older grade PSA 4. Yeah, whatever. Really well centered. It does have a little bit of snow under the nameplate there, but for 57 Topps Unitas cards, this one's pretty good. And I'd been hunting for another Unitas. I think he's one of those rookie cards that if you have more than one of them, you're in pretty good shape in your collection. And for what I had to give up and to be able to get these two cards, I'm pretty happy with the result, honestly. It is an older grade PSA 4. But it looks, the eye appeal is pretty good on this. And these have been, when I saw it in the case, I was shocked that it was still there until I saw the price tag he had on it, and then it made sense. So I had to show him some comps, and, he was comping my stuff, so I comped his. So we were able to work out this deal. I added $300 in cash to make it all happen, and yeah, we were both happy. I think nobody really won the deal. I mean, you don't have to win a deal to be happy. At least I don't. I got some stuff I wanted. He got some stuff he wanted, and yeah, that's where we're at. So another 57 Unitas rookie card, and I finally have a Dick Butkus to add to the collection. Very happy with that. There were no Schickles at the show. A handful of 48 leaf, but they were commons and pretty beat up. I figured I'd bring this up before anybody asks, because I'm sure people will. But no, I did not video the card show. I don't tend to do that. There are a few dealers at this particular show that get kind of squirmy about even taking pictures around their table, so I don't even bother. One other reason why I don't is because I'm with my dad, and I want to hang out with my dad. I don't have to worry about videoing and capturing content. That's not why I do this. It's whatever. When I go to shows, I'll provide my feedback on the shows and show what I picked up and all that stuff, but videoing the show is just not my thing. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just I don't personally want to be bothered by it. So that's why there's no video of the show. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's more me being selfish and wanting to spend quality time with my dad while we're there rather than, gathering content. Anyway, back to my pickups. The pickings were slim. I was about ready to, leave without doing anything until I saw this table. He's at the end of the show on the way out, so I usually I hit his table as I go in, and then I circle back. And I saw this right away when I got there and didn't see anything else. And the whole show, I'm thinking, all right, what kind of deal can I make for this Unitas? And then I saw the Butkus when I went back, and yeah, my gears started going in my head, and I knew I had to give up something to get something. That's how it works. And yeah, I got 2 key vintage football rookie cards for stuff I was okay to move, and that's kind of how it should be when you make a deal like that. So anyway, let me know what you think. I know some of you vintage baseball guys are going to be like, what the heck are you doing giving up a Diamond Stars Lefty Grove? That's a tough card. It is, and it was tough to do, but for where I'm taking my collection right now, it's what I wanted to do, and I'm glad I did it, but I'd love to hear everybody else's thoughts. Anyway, that's what I've been up to. For those of you who joined the live stream on Friday, thanks. It was a lot of fun. I'm kicking around the idea of doing a stream every week by myself, and then monthly with Jason and Justin and whomever else wants to subject themselves to that on a Friday night. But yeah, let me know what you think. Thanks for tuning in, and we will talk soon. Take care. Have a good rest of the week. See ya.